It's 2:47 a.m. The temperature outside is 12 degrees. And somewhere in this city, a family is trapped on the third floor of a burning building. They have maybe 4 minutes before the smoke takes them. 4 minutes. The people running toward that fire right now don't make six figures. Most of them won't get famous. Some of them won't make it home. But they go anyway. Every single time. This is what it actually takes to be a firefighter in America. The pay, the danger, the brotherhood, and why this might be the most respected job you've never seriously considered. There are over 1 million firefighters in the United States right now. Let that sink in. 1 million people who signed up to run into the worst day of your life. But here's something most people don't know. 65% of them are volunteers. Let me say that again. Nearly 2 out of every 3 firefighters in America do this for free. 82% of all fire departments in this country are volunteer or mostly volunteer. These are your neighbors, your teachers, your mechanics, people with day jobs who drop everything when the tones go off. The average firefighter is about 38 years old. 95% are men, though that number is slowly changing. And according to Gallup, Americans consistently rank firefighters among the most trusted and respected professionals in the country. Above doctors, above military officers, above just about everyone. So let's talk about money, because this is where the disconnect hits hard. The national median salary for a career firefighter is $59,530 a year. That's about $10,000 above the national median for all occupations. But we're talking about a job where your Tuesday night could involve cutting someone out of a mangled car. Geography makes a massive difference. A firefighter in Mississippi might take home $36,000. In California or New Jersey, that same job pays over $90,000. The top 10% earn over $100,000, but that usually means years of seniority, overtime, and specialized certifications. And remember, 65% of them earn nothing at all. They're volunteers. Firefighters don't work 9 to 5. The most common schedule is the 24/48. 24 hours on duty, 48 hours off. You show up at 7 a.m. and you don't leave until 7 a.m. the next day. That means roughly 56 hours a week, about 16 more than a regular job. And those aren't easy hours. During a single 24-hour shift, you might run 8, 10, sometimes 15 calls. Structure fires, car accidents, medical emergencies, hazmat situations. Between calls, you're training, maintaining equipment, doing physical workouts, cleaning the station, and cooking meals together. And here's the part nobody talks about, the sleep. You're in a bunk at the station, and at any moment, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., that alarm can rip you out of a dead sleep, and within 60 seconds you need to be dressed, on the truck, and mentally ready for whatever you're about to walk into. A kitchen fire, a cardiac arrest, a child who fell into a pool. You don't get to warm up. That's why firefighters call the station their second home, and their crew their second family. You eat together, train together, face death together. It builds a bond most people never experience in any other job. Between 2013 and 2024, an average of 65 to 141 firefighters died in the line of duty every single year in the United States. In 2024, the NFPA recorded 62 on-duty deaths. In 2023, it was 93. The most dangerous fire types? Structure collapses, when a building's integrity fails and the floor or roof drops on the crew. flashovers, when an entire room ignites simultaneously at over 1,000 degrees. And wildfires, unpredictable, wind-driven infernos that can outrun a human being. June 30th, 2013, Yarnell, Arizona. A lightning strike ignited a fire on a ridge that grew from 300 acres to over 2,000 in a single afternoon. The Granite Mountain Hotshots, an elite 20-man wildfire crew from Prescott, hiked into the fire zone to establish a defensive line. Then the wind shifted. The fire changed direction and accelerated. 19 of the 20 crew members were overrun. They deployed their emergency fire shelters, thin, last-resort aluminum covers, but the heat was over 2,000 degrees. Only one member survived. He'd been separated from the crew earlier to serve as a lookout. It was the deadliest wildfire for firefighters in America since September 11th. 19 men. The oldest was 43. The youngest was 21. And then there's the number every firefighter in the world knows: 343. On September 11th, 2001, 343 FDNY firefighters from 75 firehouses entered the burning World Trade Center towers. They climbed dozens of flights of stairs, carrying up to 100 pounds of equipment, knowing full well the buildings could come down. In their final radio transmissions, not a single firefighter was heard retreating. Every one of them was going up. Firefighter Stephen Siller was off duty when he heard the news. He grabbed his gear, drove to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, found it closed to traffic, so he ran through it on foot, carrying 60 pounds of equipment all the way to the towers. He never came out. Firefighter Keith Roma made at least 4 trips into Tower 1 and personally saved over 200 lives before the building collapsed on top of him. In an hour and a half, those firefighters helped evacuate 17,000 people. The cost was 343 of their own. If you survive the job, and statistically the overwhelming majority do, here's what retirement looks like. Most career firefighters can retire after 20 years of service, some as early as age 50. Federal firefighters face a mandatory retirement age of 57 because of the physical demands. After 20 years, a typical pension pays about 50% of your final salary. Stay longer, and that percentage climbs, up to 74% in some departments. That means a firefighter who started at 22 could retire by 42 with a pension for life. It's one of the strongest retirement packages left in America. And in 2025, the Social Security Fairness Act made it even better by increasing benefits for public safety workers. But here's the reality they don't put in the brochures. Many retired firefighters carry the job with them forever. Chronic injuries, hearing loss, PTSD, and elevated cancer rates from decades of toxic smoke exposure. This job takes from you even after you leave it. So you're watching this and thinking, I could do that. Here's what the path actually looks like. Step 1. You need to be at least 18 with a high school diploma and a clean driving record. Step 2. Get your EMT basic certification. Many departments require it before you even apply. Top metro departments want paramedic certification, which is an additional 1,200 to 1,800 hours of training. Then comes the gauntlet, a written exam, the CPAT, the Candidate Physical Ability Test, where you complete 8 events in under 10 minutes and 20 seconds while wearing a 50-pound vest, a psychological evaluation, an interview, and a background check. If you pass everything, you enter the Fire Academy, 16 to 26 weeks of the most intense training you'll ever experience. You'll learn fire behavior, building construction, hazmat response, search and rescue, and emergency medicine. And then you've got 6 to 12 months of probation, where you prove you can handle the job for real. Total timeline from I want to be a firefighter to actually riding the truck, 3 to 5 years. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be. We live in a time when people chase followers, influence, and viral moments, and there's nothing wrong with that. But somewhere in your city right now, there's a person in a fire station who chose a different kind of life. They chose a job that pays a median of $60,000 a year to work 56-hour weeks, sleep in a bunk away from their family, and walk into burning buildings when every survival instinct screams to run the other way. They don't do it for the money. They don't do it for the fame. They do it because when your house is on fire at 3 in the morning, Someone has to come. And they decided that someone would be them. If you're a young person watching this and wondering what to do with your life, consider this. There are careers that make you rich, and there are careers that make you matter. This one makes you matter. Your local fire department is probably hiring or looking for volunteers. The door is open.